Hey everyone, it's April from Well Life Yoga and Health. Welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to spend some time really nourishing ourselves. You know the saying, the grass is greener where you water it. So we're essentially going to water our grass today and really take care of our bodies. We'll start with a short meditation, so around 5 to 7 minutes or so. This is typically how I do my regular classes, so this is going to be a mini version of a studio style yoga class. It's not just a quick fix for asana. We're going to do more than just asana. We're going to do meditation, which is yoga, 8 limbs of yoga, and we're going to do breath work as well as asana, the physical portion of the practice. We'll be moving through some three-legged dog, through some splits and lizard, opening the hips, as well as opening the side body and getting some digestive twisting going on as well. So you're going to really enjoy this one. We're really going to take care of our bodies here. Go ahead and sit up tall. You can always sit on the ground, but I always like to suggest putting a block or maybe a thicker pillow underneath your hips to rise them above your knees and to prevent any lower back rounding. So if you need to pause the video to do that, go ahead and do that. You may need a couple blocks if you think you do, especially in the half splits. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Hands can come onto the knees or perhaps in the lap, whatever feels comfortable for you in this moment, and palms can be up or down. Go ahead and start to close down the eyes. Take a big breath into the belly. And exhale, let it out. Allow the face to smooth out and relax. And if you'd like to today, you can always set your own intention on how you want to feel or how you want your practice to go. Or I can offer you an affirmation based on the solar plexus chakra. I am a powerful creator. You can repeat it in your mind, or maybe even out loud if you're home alone, or if you don't care if anyone's around. I am a powerful creator. Remembering to sit up tall, pressing the sit bones into your block or floor, and extending the crown, lengthening the spine. The front of the chest should be just as flat as the back body. So pulling the shoulders a little more open. If you feel like you're kind of slouching. I am a powerful creator. Or repeating your own intention in your mind. Keeping your focus on your breath, maybe on the physical sensation as it goes in and out of your belly or in and out of your nose. Keep the face nice and smooth. For the last few breaths, beginning to imagine your chakras igniting and turning on, activating, starting at the base of the spine, the tailbone. Imagine a red glowing light emanating, glowing, growing, and then moving up to right below the belly button, imagining an orange glowing light, activating your sacral chakra, the second chakra, and moving up past the belly button to between there and the ribs for your solar plexus, your third chakra. Yellow glowing light, like a pinpoint glowing with an orb around it. And then we move up to the heart chakra in the middle of your chest. A green light glowing, emanating, turned on, up to the throat, your fifth chakra. A blue light, kind of like a baby blue, maybe a little more rich in color, or a cobalt blue, glowing and growing. And then up, 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 we move to the third eye, which is between the brows and a little higher. That light is more of an indigo color. Like a bluish purple, glowing and growing, activating, and then finally all the way to the top of your head, a violet light, a purpley color, glowing, growing, and emanating from the top of your head, turning on your crown chakra. And then finally all the lights come from the bottom of your spine, through the spinal cord, through the bones, through the body, all the way to the top of your head and turn into a white glowing light. Maybe you imagine a crown or a mandala flower, maybe even a halo. It's up to you, however your mind comes up with it. A white glowing light. Take one more breath. Take an exhale. I am a powerful creator, and you are. Take one more breath. Open the mouth, let it out, and flutter open the eyes. Right, that was probably around 7 minutes, so let's go ahead and get started with some pranayama, some breath practice. We'll spend just a few minutes on this to get our bodies a little more awake, and then we'll move into the actual physical flow. So Kapalabhati is the breath we're going to be doing today, also known as breath of fire. If you do have any contraindications like high blood pressure, or you experience any kind of dizziness or anything like that, this may not be for you, so you can go ahead and sit calmly and take some deep belly breaths before we start the flow. Otherwise, if you are on board and you're all healthy and fine, we'll go ahead and place our hand at our lower ribs. This is where your solar plexus chakra is, right about where the diaphragm is. Solar plexus area. So a Kapalabhati breath is passive inhales, but active exhales. So it's an active exhale followed by the passive inhale. It sounds like this. So it's only through the nose. You're not opening the mouth because you can't really do very much with that. So and by default, your breath will go in. It's just an automatic response to the exhale forcefully coming out. So as we go, I will keep rhythm. You don't have to do this, but if it does help you, you can do that. And we will start with 30 breaths. So we'll start with the regular inhale, and then we'll begin. Twenty-seven, 28, 29, 30. Inhale, 3/4 breath. Hold at the top for 3, 2, 1. Let it go. All right, so doing one more round, we'll go up to 50 breaths this time. And if you ever want to do this on your own, you can always do 30 breaths, take a break, 30, take a break, 30, take a break. Or you can do 30, 60, 90, however you feel. If you feel like your lungs are strong enough, you can always do that on your own. It's a very calming breath, but it also brings energy into the body, warming up the body. All right, so taking a normal inhale and a normal exhale. And then we inhale normally and begin. Forty-one, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Inhale, 3/4 breath. Hold at the top. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So coming into a downward facing dog. Hips go high. Palms nice and wide, high-fiving that yoga mat. Pull the belly up and in. Think about pulling the armpits towards one another and take a breath. All right, lifting the leg high, three-legged dog. Heels straight up, so toes are not dialing out, they are dialing down, pointing towards the ground with your toes, essentially. Exhale, knee to the nose, and then bring that knee out so that you can plant the foot on the outside of the right hand, finding a lizard position here. Hands on the ground, and then right foot as close to that right hand as you can get it. Keeping that back knee lifted. If this is too much of a struggle for you, feel free to lower the knee, but I'd like for you to really challenge yourself today, and maybe a little forward and back rock going on here. All right, now lower the knee if you had it lifted, and bend in that back knee so that you can straighten the front leg. Come all the way to sit on the heel, fold forward, head towards the ground. Breathe here. Take one more breath. And then go ahead and come back forward. This time, framing the foot. Lift up that back knee, and then we're gonna put weight into that left hand and pivot that right foot in front of us, poking the toes out towards the right side of your mat, right arm to the sky. Finding a side plank here, and then go ahead and slowly bend in that front elbow, lower the hip down, finding reverse Skandasana, careful with your wrist here. Take one more breath, reaching towards the back of the mat. And then we're gonna reignite that hip. Press into the knife edge of the back foot, press into the front hand, lift up into your side plank. Take one more breath, and then lower back down. Start to pivot towards the back of your mat. That top foot is gonna be crossed over your left leg. Inhale, arms swim up. Exhale, twist to the right. Bring the right hand behind you, left elbow to the outside of the knee, or maybe even hugging the knee, pulling it in. Make sure that that right toe is nice and anchored on the ground. Half Lord of the Fishes pose. Maybe the gaze goes over the right shoulder. Flex that left foot. Take another breath. You got it. If you're leaning back like this, I'd like for you to maybe come up onto the fingertips if you're having problems placing the palm down. One more breath. And then go ahead and face forward. Bend that left leg to come meet the hip. And then we're gonna counter twist the other direction. And then plant the palms. Start to press up as we twist the legs. And we go to the other side, finding our twist on the other side. So now the left foot is on top. We straighten that right leg out. Maybe pull that knee up and in. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, twist to the left. So left palm behind you. Bring that right arm either around that knee, hugging it up and in, or to the outside of the knee. Planting that big toe down, flexing that right foot. Gaze to the left or to your left. Breathe here, really elongating the spine. Getting that digestive flow going. I am a powerful creator. Maybe the gaze goes over the shoulder for the last couple breaths. And then we're gonna go ahead and come into our reverse Skandasana on the other side. So go ahead and twist back the other direction. Plant the palm, so the right palm, and then press up, side plank. With our little kickstand here, our little modification. Take another breath. Lower the hip down, reach towards the back of the mat. That reverse Skandasana. Lift back up, side plank, and then plant the palms. You might be a little off center. Pivot that back foot, low lunge. Take a breath here, and then reversing it out by coming into that half split fold on the other leg. Breathe here. Not only strengthening our body, but also opening the body. Moving through the sacral and solar plexus chakra, as well as the root chakra. And then both hands come onto the inside of the foot. We're gonna come back now into that lizard position. Lift the back knee. Maybe a little rock forward and back. Keep holding the belly up and in. Take one more breath. And then go ahead and step that back foot forward to the outside of the right hand. Feet go wide as we lower down. Malasana Yogi Squat. Press the knees out, hands at the heart. Lift the chest up. Take a couple more breaths. And then plant the palms, lift the hips. Heel toe the feet all the way together, slight part to the heels. Inhale, arms up, hips back, chair pose, Utkatasana. Dialing that tailbone down to hug the lower abdomen in. Breathe here. Maybe sink a little deeper. And then hands come to the heart. Start to bring that left elbow to the outside of the right knee. If you notice your left knee going forward, looking down, go ahead and pull that left hip back a little bit to keep them in line. Gaze to the right. Maybe starting to twist the body a little more to bring that chest towards the hands, so middle of the chest to the hands. No forcing, obviously. Take another breath. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold once more, slight bend to the knees. Inhale, arms sweep up. Interlace the hands and then flip the palms up, pressing up into this upward hands pose, but bound. We'll go ahead and send the hips to the left, reaching the arms to the right. Keep anchoring the feet. If you need to, you can always widen them about hip width. Take another breath, keep pressing up long as you reach over. One more breath. And then exhale through center. Inhale, lengthen, and then exhale over to the left. Keeping the gaze up towards the sky the whole time. Press into that right heel, pushing the ground away. Keep lengthening as you lean to the left. One more breath. And then exhale, release the hands. Take the left hand with the right, pull it over to the right. One more breath, press into that left foot. Inhale, back up. Exhale, take the right hand and pull it over to the left. Take one more breath. And then inhale, back up. Exhale, find that chair pose, Utkatasana. Remember, tailbone's not sticking out. We are turning it a little down so that those lower abdomens, or the lower abs, hug up and in. Think about pulling the navel to the spine. Maybe sink a little deeper. And then exhale, hands to the heart. Make sure you're breathing. Bring the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Remember, look down at your knees. Is your right knee poking forward? Pull the right hip crease back. Start to face over to the left. Pulling that heart center towards the hands. Take a couple more breaths. Last hurrah. Pull that right hip crease back, pull it back. All right, exhale, fold. Relieve those quadriceps. Chin to the chest, big breath. Shake the head yes. Shake the head no. Go ahead and bend in the knees, let the heels lift. Coming into this little toe squat. Hands come to the heart. Breathe here, finding some balance. We're almost done, we're about to cool down. Just a little challenge. Noticing what your feet are doing. Squeeze the legs together, hold the belly up and in. Take one more breath. And then reach the arms forward. And start to lower down. All the way to the ground, maybe a little rock, if that feels good to you. And the knees to the chest. Breathe here. All right, elbows go either into a cactus shape or into a T shape with both arms all the way out. I obviously have a wall here, so I cannot do that. And then as your knees are as close to your chest as possible, then you begin to roll over to the left, letting the knees fall. If you're having trouble and you're kind of stuck here, you can always have a prop under you or even between your legs. Always an option for modifications. Breathe here. Getting a little reclined spinal twist, supine twist. And remembering your intention that you set or the affirmation that I offered. I am a powerful creator, creating your life through your thoughts and your actions, your inspired actions, and feeding your mind and your body, and maybe even your soul, with the important nutrients you need to thrive and survive, to more than survive. Take one more breath and let it out. Engage the core, come back through center. And then lowering the knees to the opposite side, all the way to the right. Remember keeping that opposite shoulder anchored. So that's the left shoulder now. And maybe if you did it on the other side, which I didn't cue it, but if you did, you could gaze to the opposite direction. Getting a little cervical spine twist as well. Take a couple more big intentional breaths. Open the mouth, let it out. Cleansing breath. One more. Open the mouth, fog up a window. All right, coming all the way back to center with the knees, and then crossing the feet. Go ahead and reach for the outsides of the feet, and then pull the knees close to you. Kind of like a knee to chest, but a little different. We'll take a few breaths here, and then we'll switch the cross before we move into Savasana. Finalizing our practice, taking care of our body, opening it up, but also strengthening it. There's always that balance. All right, switching the cross of the ankles. Reach for the outsides of the feet, pull them in. Take a couple more breaths. And then go ahead and release. Feet come flat to the ground. Extend the legs nice and long. Adjust how you need to. Palms can either be up on the outsides of the hips or slightly from the hips. Or you can always bring one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly. Or maybe you just want to focus on your belly breath and you just leave your hands there. I am a powerful creator. We'll be here for about a minute or so. And as always, I invite you to take a longer Savasana. In my classes, I have them for around 10 minutes, anywhere from 7 to 10 minutes. It's very important. Allows your body to make those mind-muscle connections for the actual nutrients of your practice, what you did with your body and your mind to absorb. Just like when we sleep, we can actually learn new skills as we sleep because they start to integrate. I'll be quiet for a moment. Go ahead and take a couple more breaths. And exhale, let it out. The last one, inhale. And exhale all the breath out. Exhale, 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 exhale. Press every single drop out of your body until you inhale into the belly, the ribs, the chest. Hold at the top, feeling your body on the ground. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let it go. Feel gravity wash over your body. Feel your body anchored to the surface of the earth. Go ahead and start to bend the knees, pull the heels in. We'll take our hands to the backs of our thighs and slowly rock ourselves up, forward and back, maybe a few times if that feels good to you. Otherwise, if you have any spinal issues, you can always just come into a seated position. Bringing the feet together, finding your cross-legged position one final time. All right, everyone. I hope you had an amazing time, and I hope you really felt nourished and taken care of. I tried to do a balance of a good amount of strength and flexibility. That being said, if you would please like, subscribe for sure, click that little bell and you'll be notified every week when I release a new video. And if you really, really loved it, if you could share the video with any of your friends or anyone you think would truly appreciate it, such as a family member or a colleague. If you had any really favorite parts, I would love for you to list that below. I'd love to converse with you and get to know you. All right, hands come to the heart as we close out our practice today. Thank you so very much for letting me guide you. Namaste. All right, everyone, I'll see you later. Peace out.